Hello, I thought I would do a live video. I am feeling a little bit better than I did yesterday and the day before. I apparently ate too much salt. I got a pizza from someplace I don't normally go to. And of course it made me have a small seizure in my sleep and made me really sick. So I've eaten there twice, and both times in the last 4 years has done that. So needless to say, I will never eat there again. Never be ordering there again. Like I said, I still feel. I still don't feel that great. I feel super crappy because, I wouldn't say it's like tears running down my face, depression. As you can see, it's not imbalanced depression, but I'm still severely traumatized from my family abandoning me. And there really isn't, I literally do not have any family or friends, and I really just, every single waking day of my life really cannot believe it. So I am very upset. I really don't know what to do. It's been a month that my school stuff is behind. I had a date of June 4th, and it is funny enough, the date they've given me that it's at the the last day of the month that I'm supposed to get my finances, so I can get everything caught up. But after that, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I was for about 6 months going and hanging out with some people at a location that a lot of people that I know frequent on Friday nights, and I am not welcome there for anymore for some reason. Just had some people, or a person write me and make up a bunch of lies to my face. So who, is a meth head. But it's really depressing because, I just don't have time to fight, or argue, or, have somebody staring me down, for some reason, and it's not even that, it's, I don't have time for somebody, talking a lot of shit, and crying about it behind my back. I've experienced that with another person, and I think that's really crazy. especially because of the situation I'm in. Is like, you know, absolutely no empathy for me. So it's really, traumatizing. It's really upsetting. Really very, very upsetting. But I need to find I need to find somebody that wants to talk to me. If there isn't anybody that wants to talk to me or see me or anything, I've got to make a friend in some way. I hadn't met anyone yet. I can't even meet, like, I don't even have I don't even know anybody who, like, remembers, like, me from day to day. I had another friend that I'm, like, talking about that I hadn't talked to in a couple weeks, and, start talking about my medical stuff and how I'm going good and had to stop, like, I'll complete the medication and all that stuff. And they're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you just spent like 3 months helping me, like, pull me out of, like, working me through, helping me through the last couple months of the medication treatment. And you don't even, now you're pretending, because, no, but memory doesn't work like that. Like, now you're pretending like you have never seen me before or anything like that. And it's like, I'm not really sure why people feel the need to gaslight me. So I don't really have, I just am pretty traumatized. It's like, I really can't understand why, someone wouldn't just let me chill with them or sit beside them. Why people have to, like, bully you and make fun of you and stuff like that. People got offended because I had somebody like stalking me and messaging me. I mean, I still do, but like, I try to talk to some people that I've known for like 10 plus years about that. They gotta put me down like I'm a dog or something. I'm not sure why that happens. It's really depressing. I am really glad that I seem to be coming back cognitively okay after the seizure. I guess it happened in my sleep. obviously, that happens, like, or that has happened the last couple times. But I've had that happen 3 times since I stopped my medication. I think it was at the last day of April was the last time I took the Lexapro. And I had a situation like this happen about 2 or 3 years ago, and I stopped by, like, because I was like, it was right when I was like, okay, when my mother had stopped responding to me, and I had no idea why. And I went over there, and she told me that she was going to call the police on me. And, obviously, if the police came over there, they'd be like, well, she wants you to leave, like I can't hear or something, like, of course, if she don't want me there, I left, but, like, instead of telling me, I don't want you here, you need to leave, she told me she was going to call the police on me, and she takes care of my sister, so that's illegal. It's illegal, for somebody who can't take care of themselves. And, to work and all, if she can't take care of herself, then she can't take care of my sister. So, she's not in her right mind. So, it scared the shit out of me because, her saying that she's going to call the police on me is pretty much her saying, like, that she can't doubly manage her own mind and stuff like that. I don't know why she was doing that. It's very scary. It still is very scary every single day I wake up from my life. It's very scary. I don't know why I'm being stalked. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, and it makes me suicidal. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. To just keep working forward, and hopefully, whenever I am able to obtain disability, I can move away and I guess stop bothering everybody, kind of thing, because apparently that's what's happening. I mentioned that to somebody at the end of last year, and it still hadn't stopped, so I'm guessing that's what it is. I guess I'm being bullied, which is really crazy. I really don't know what to think about it. Except to just maybe disengage from, could just delete, just stay off, like, not post anything, not give up, trying to reach out. Or make a friend or something, or meet somebody. but like, I guess I could kill myself. Like, I guess it is at that point. But, that's not as easy as laying down and dying. That requires an action. So, I don't really know what to say about that, other than to keep suffering every single day. So, I'm glad that I'm assuming it was the salt from the pizza I ate that made me really sick, and I'm really glad to feel a little better after that. And I really hope in the following month that I can get my serotonin back up, because I know that I'm sick and I'm depressed and stuff because I had to stop taking, or that was done. I can't take the antidepressant, even in a very small dosage. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't seem to find anybody who can stand being in the room with me longer than an hour. And I'm not sure why that is. It makes me feel sick. I'm in outside of my physical health, like I said, I'm in an extreme amount of emotional pain. And there really isn't anything that I can do about that. I really, really don't know what to do, except maybe to start trying to look around in some of these groups and stuff, that find somebody that needs some kind of help, It's really, really sad. How, I look at some of these groups having to do with the topics of like this different like health disorders that I have, and they're crazy. Like 75% of the people in the groups are just batshit insane and don't have any kind of like, don't have the the medical illness or disorder or whatever. And so that's really sad. I don't want to leave the groups because like I don't have anybody. But at the same time, it's like, every day when I look at my phone, if somebody, posting something just batshit insane that has absolutely nothing to do with reality. So it's also depressing. It's just kind of an added on thing. My levels are up a little bit more than they were a couple weeks ago, luckily. Because I did bounce back and feel a little better today. I just wish that, you know, I could make some kind of friend. I wish I had, you know, somebody in my family that wanted to talk to me. You know, I'm afraid to talk to a lot of my family. Like some of my distant family, reach out to them because of my mother and my brother. Like, there's no telling how my mother would react to me reaching out to some of her family members and stuff, because she makes up lies about me and has for like at least ongoing for like 15 years. So I'm not allowed to talk to anybody in her family for some reason. She wrote me about a month and a half ago and told me she loved me, but like, that's all she said. But she, you know, is a different person from day to day, so I don't, or like, to me, like, I'm not saying she literally is, I don't know what she's doing, if it has something to do with my brother, or I haven't done anything to her, anything wrong, except be there for her and I've never been unstable with her. We've never been in any arguments. I've never been contrary to anything she said. I have absolutely no idea what is in her mind. The stuff that she says is really crazy. She says there isn't any such thing as neurology because my sister doesn't have a neurological condition. She has a neurological injury. So, I don't really understand. Like, she makes fun of me. Like, even though she gave birth to me, like, she makes fun of me for having a developmental disorder. So that's really sad. You know, so I have like 100 different situations like that. They just make me incredibly sad. And feel hopeless and feel lifeless. And I have a hard time speaking, so it is even more severely depressing that when I go to speak, this is all I have to talk about. Like, this is what's in my head or in my mind. So, it makes me really unsure. You know, it makes it even more difficult for me to like reach out to people or somebody and to find somebody to talk to. Like, I have nothing, you know. Um, I think it's really fucked up. I mean, I don't just think it is really fucked up. So, like I said, hopefully I'll be able to meet somebody. And I'm gonna leave it at that because, I don't even know what it'd be like to have a fucking friend anymore. Like, I can't even fucking remember ever having a friend, or anybody to talk to, because more than just like one day that doesn't like talk shit to me. Because everybody seems to do that. Nobody seems to be like, I've had a really hard time being around anybody that, wants to like communicate with me. That I like bring some kind of like happiness to. Everybody seems to everybody treats me like a problem. Because I don't feel good. I don't know. I really don't know why people treat me like a problem. I just know I don't feel good during it, and I can't exactly communicate the best all the time because my mind is so all over the place from all the trauma because of, friends and family, and having also, the health stuff. It's always been like this, but like when it got really bad and I was close to losing all of my health, everybody dissipated. Which is really disgusting. I don't have people screaming at me anymore, constantly, and it's like apparent. So my life is supposed to be better in some forms. But that is also, not legal. Like, if you can't take care of yourself and not, attack the people around me, around you, including the people who are helping you, then, like, you have to go get, like, medical treatment and stuff, like. So, it's like, that's gotta end. So it did. It was like, you can't continue to physically and literally attack someone constantly, and that's illegal. So and the person, wasn't like, it's not like anybody makes any sense, or even gives a reason, like having anything to do with me. They're like, I don't like that it's dark at night and the sun comes up in the morning. I think I'm gonna try to kill you, I will say, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna change, but I really cannot wait to be on the other side. guess I'm gonna start trying to look at ways as like that I can like reach out to people and stuff or figure out. I mean, like I said, I do not know what to do about, you know, not having anybody around or anything like that. I know that I can't live like this forever. So hopefully I can find a friend. Hopefully I can find somebody that cares about me. I have not managed to do that yet in 40 years. It is 6:25. I think it's Thursday. I hope it might be Friday. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. Yesterday was a long day. I hope everybody enjoys their day.